Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. This is Straight Facts Commentary where I give you my unpopular opinions in everything pop culture. So please stick around and subscribe for more. Hey y'all, I am back again with another video. And in today's video, we're going to be speaking about, you see the title, are most female rappers using ghostwriters? That is the question of the day, okay? And so if you're interested in female rap, pop, hip hop, R&B, conspiracy from time to time, viral topics if I'm interested in them, etc., then go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And let's go ahead and get into this video, okay? So, to answer the question of the video, I think that a good amount of mainstream artists that we know in female rap are using ghostwriters, okay? I wouldn't say most female rappers in terms of like every female rapper to ever exist. I'm not talking about like every underground artist, every mainstream artist. Like there are artists that I believe write their own music, and there are artists that I believe are definitely getting help, okay? Which is crazy because I feel like the mainstream artists are the ones that are getting the help. But if you're mainstream, obviously that means you're supposed to be like the most talented or the most skilled. And so you are mainstream and you're pushed to the forefront because you have the most talent and you wouldn't need a ghostwriter, right? That's what you would think. But unfortunately, that's just not the case. Some of these people that we're going to be talking about today do have receipts behind them to show that they more than likely do have people writing for them, and some people it's purely speculatory. Like, for example, a speculatory one for me is Ice Spice. There hasn't been anything that has come out about her having reference tracks or any, writers who are writing every single one of her songs. That hasn't really been something that's been talked about or something that I've heard, but I wouldn't put it past her, honestly. We do have several mainstream artists and artists who have been pushed to the forefront type of artists who have been accused and allegedly exposed for having ghostwriters or people write for them. And before I get into those girls, some people might be wondering who might not know too much about female rap or rap in general. Well, even if they do have ghostwriters or people who are writing for them, why does that matter? Well, at first, I didn't understand why it mattered either, but going into like the history of rap, it is an art and it is a sport. So, writing is the component of that. Rap is supposed to be like another form of poetry. And so when you're not writing your own music and you're having men, other women, whoever the case, writing for you, it takes the art out of it. And you're really just reciting the art or reciting the rap or whatever from whoever really came up with that thing. Whether that be the lyrics, the word plays, the double entendres, the message, whatever it might be, you as the writer, you as the rapper are supposed to be the one that's crafting that image and crafting that for the listener. The true talent of being a rapper is being able to come up with that wordplay and to come up with that wordplay on your own. And when I learned that that was fundamental to being a good rapper, I took a lot of respect from that because me, myself, I'm a writer. I've been writing since, I don't even know, since elementary school, since probably like second or third grade. Whether that's short stories, poetry, like I've been writing for years. I have short stories and novels all over Wattpad. I used to be like really big on that app. I also have like a whole bedroom just stacked up with books and like stories that I've written over the years and just a bunch of stuff. So I grew to have a respect for real rappers who actually write their raps because of that. And to think about it in the perspective of like a writer, not like myself or any other author, imagine like a writer getting their book written for them. Not written for them like edited or something. I mean like written, like somebody who says that they're a writer of a book, but somebody else really wrote the book for them. That is really what put it into perspective for me. Like, oh, then there's no real talent involved in that. You know what I'm saying? Like that there's no real talent there if you as a rapper are not writing your raps because that is the talent. And me as a writer, that is the talent. You know, as an author, that is the talent. So just a little perspective there. But let's get into some people who allegedly don't actually write their raps as rappers.
Tell me how you want it. 3, 2, 1, camera rolling. Do it slow motion. Real bitch, the mother hoe opponent. All that big talk, lotto put them on it. I'm just being honest. Lingerie, Dolce. Blindfold, tie me to the bed when we role play. Bust it up before, now we all up in the doorway. Queen of the South.
All right, y'all. So allegedly, Lotto and Ice Spice have had reference tracks that leaked that Coi Leray song Blick Blick with Nicki Minaj. Lotto had a verse on, and she sounds exactly the same as how pretty much Coi Leray originally was singing it. And then you saw the clip of Lotto, who there was a male who was singing her reference track for Big Energy, and he was singing it pretty much exactly the way Lotto sings it originally. So people were like, oh my god, are these reference tracks? Like, are the girls passing around songs that have the same exact verses on them and they all have similar writers and people making music for them?
One day I was in the studio with my best friend Earl, and he played the beat, and he was like, write something for the City Girls, and I was like, okay, and I just did it. And people, I was since, and when it came out, and they were so like shocked, and they didn't believe it. And it was like they started looking up, and it was like, well, it says. They had my real name, Miles McCollum. So Miles McCollum, then it said Jatavia Johnson, which is JT, and then it said Isaac Bonham, which is Earl. And it's like, so maybe he did like how Kanye had 12 writers, and he may said one thing in the studio, and they credit him. Yeah. I wrote the whole song.
Oh my God.
Except for JT's last verse, but everything that everyone is singing and all, and I wrote the whole thing. You know what I'm saying?
And that clip that you just saw with Lil Yachty was him explaining that he wrote Carisha's verse on Act Up. And allegedly he didn't write anything having to do with JT, and that JT writes her own music, which I could believe that. But yeah, and at the time, Young Miami was super big, holding the City Girls down while JT was in jail, blah blah blah. So that went crazy all over the internet when people found out about that. So I love female rap, I really, really do. But the mainstream girls, a lot of them, don't be doing their own thing like that for real. The underground girls be doing their own thing, but the mainstream girls, not so much. I don't trust the mainstream girls like that. Cardi B also, it's not really alleged with Cardi B. Like, Partisan Fontaine is credited on a lot of her songs. She probably has other people too that aren't credited on there, but he writes for her, he helps her. And there's nothing wrong with getting help, but if allegedly they are majority writing your stuff, then again, there's not really any real talent behind making the art of that song. It goes to the person who actually wrote it at the end of the day. So, y'all let me know what you think about that. And I'm sure that there's other girls that I could have potentially missed with the whole ghostwriting thing. If you guys know anyone else and y'all can point me to where some receipts are on that, then definitely let me know. But I love you guys, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.